Hi class, we've talked about associations, we've talked about multiplicity, we talked about constraints. Is there a minimum and maximum requirements or limit that exist in your system and you want to show them with numbers or stars if the exact number is not known to you. I talk about association class at this time. Look at this model. A course that's like IT 261 can have many course sections. Like in fall, we will have 5 sections of the same course. And over its lifetime in ISU system 261 will have so many sections. So that's 0 to many. So the 0 is because a course can exist without having been offered yet. So this is a new course in the system. It hasn't been offered yet, but it exists in your course catalog. That's the 0. A course can exist without being offered, but over time it will be offered many times. That's the star, and we don't know exactly how many. Course section is associated with one and only one course. So if this is 261 summer 2018 section 1, it's only associated with 261, not with 457 or 432 or 378. Let's read this part. A course section can exist with 0 students enrolling in it. So you have a course section up, nobody has enrolled in it yet, or nobody will enroll in it. That's going to be 0. So a course section still exists in your system, but no student has enrolled in it yet, or just nobody enrolled and they closed the section, but the section is still in your database and you keep track of it. So for your reporting purposes, program evaluation purposes, a student can exist in the system without enrolling in any course section. So that's 0. This is a new system. This is a new student. So 0 courses, 0 course sections, but still you know about them and they're in your system. And over their lifetime, students in your system can take many course sections. So that's the star part. Now look at this many to many association. We call this many to many because on both sides it can be many. So there is a star here, there is a star there. That's a many to many association. It could, instead of star, could be 2 or 3. If it's more than 1, we call it many. So this is the many to many association, and I ask my students, where do I keep grades? Think about that for a minute. Grades are not about you, so they don't define you as a student. Of course, they're a very important part of your education, but you're a student with your name, date of birth, address, and major. Your grades are your grades in different course sections. So it's not about you. It's not about the course section either. So I'm teaching this course section. We have 23 students. So which grade do I use for this course section? I can't pick one. I can't pick an average. So the grade is not a piece of information I use to describe this course section. I may use it for evaluation purposes, but not as a way to define course section. When a piece of information doesn't belong to either side of the relationship, but it defines the relationship itself, it has to be somewhere else. In another class, we call that association class. You look for association classes when you have many to many associations. If you have one too many, no, don't worry about that. Many to many, yes. Look for pieces of information that define the relationship. And this is what we talked about, and this is where your grade will go. In a new class, this is this notation, the dashed line, a new class, and you put the information about that relationship. So pieces of information that describe the relationship, not the sides or the two sides of the relationship. I asked you to think about this scenario that adds another class to the diagram that I just showed to you. This is a faculty class. They can teach courses, teach course sections to be exact, and they can coordinate courses. So you're going to add a faculty member as a box, and you're going to add the links, and then you're going to add multiplicity information. Is it 0 too many? Is it 1 too many? Is it many too many? Is it optional? Is it mandatory? So you're going to do that to show the teaching and coordination relationships that I have listed in the scenario. And you're going to answer this question. After you do that, do you think there is a need to add an additional association class? So we have one already. That's this one. And then you're going to add your faculty here as an additional box. You're going to create two links, one to the course, one to the course section. You're going to add multiplicity information to the sides of the two links. And then you're going to answer that question. Do we need an additional association class? Yes or no? And if yes, add it, and then look for the answer that I have for you on the slides. I'm going to share with you that domain model class diagrams and their sister entity relationship diagram that we used to draw in traditional system analysis and design are very important. They will never go away. So work as hard as you can on examples, ask me questions, and make sure you understand how they work. These are very important diagrams in your lifetime as an IT professional. You'll see them again and again. You'll see them in your database class. You'll see them in software design class. So work on them now and ask me questions, and then we'll talk again soon.